You know what it's time for?
Hey kids, it's time for Democrat Corner.
Yes, welcome to Democrat Corner. We're your host, Greg Gutfeld, that's me, gives a quick lesson in basic things to help Democrats stop ruining your lives. Tonight's a very special episode, Cause and Effect. So you're probably wondering, what is cause and effect? I'm a Democrat. Simply put, Democrat, it's when one thing makes another thing happen. For example, when Kat drinks too much tequila,
Here we go.
she doesn't go to work the next day. That's cause and effect. Then she stays home and watches Forensic Files all day, which makes her depressed. Cause and effect. Then she starts abusing horse tranquilizers. Cause and effect, which is how I sold all those horse tranquilizers. Cause and amazing effects. See, cause and effect can lead to bad things if you don't consider the consequences of your actions. For example, if you remove consequences to criminal acts, criminals will commit more crime. But if you punish crime, crime will go away, because cause and effect. So, you probably saw this horrible attack at NYC. It's one of many. This insaniac who punched her had been arrested 17 times. But bail reform today means no bail and no jail. It's catch and release with fiends instead of fish. The upside, the prisons aren't overcrowded. The downside, Chinatown emergency rooms are. That's cause and effect. Now, cause and effect, example 2. Mayor de Blasio cut $90+ million that was meant to build a new police precinct. Because police are bad, screamed the media, even the ones that guard their studios. But in the last 5 months, NYC has had 531 shootings, up from 295 in the same time frame. I do the math, but I'm too important for that. So now the mayor is reinstating the money for the precinct. We could have told him that would happen. We actually did, but apparently we were drowned out by the voices in his lumpy, googly-eyed head. Cause and effect, example 3. Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott once pushed to cut the police budget by $22 million. Now he's proposing a $27 million increase. Wonder why? Homicides are up 17%. Cause and effect. Defunding reduced the police force and more people died, probably minorities. But to lives, addition and subtraction is harder than calculus. So as crime increased and law enforcement was vilified, what did we predict? Example 4. More first-time gun buyers, me included. Ironically, Democrat mayors are causing gun sales to increase. The New York Times just admitted this. Roughly 1/5 of all gun purchasers last year were first-timers. And it ain't old white boys like me. Nope, half were women, 1/5 were black, and 1/5 were Hispanic. And they were younger. And trying to take those guns increases the likelihood they'll vote Republican. I do love that half the new purchases were from women. Now that's an accessory. It beats a fitness tracker. The highest concern for purchase, though, was personal safety. Apparently guns are the new seatbelts in 2021. And fewer people said it's for sports and recreation. Today that's like calling my purse a messenger bag. See, after the politicians and media decided to make your communities less safe, it's up to you to provide your own security. See, a white liberal doesn't need a gun to do damage. All he needs is a poisonous idea and a little power. And they will destroy communities quicker than 5,000 Democrats moving to Huntsville. And they'll do it without a second thought, because they almost never have a second thought. Look at Portland, Oregon. But not for too long. The flashbangs will burn out your retinas. According to John Nolte of Breitbart, on May 12th, it recorded its 30th murder of the year. That's 5 times more than were recorded during the same period in 2020. This after last year's Portland City Council cut the police budget by nearly 15%. By the end of April, they had twice the number of shootings. And according to their hapless, pathetic mayor, who had to flee his own condo, the city had an 85% decline in downtown foot traffic, unless you count the people running for their lives. Most of the remaining foot traffic is Antifa, and even when those creeps are arrested, the DA declines charges like they're a collect call from Hunter Biden. Cause and effect. This seems like the easiest thing to learn, but not a single Democrat can. We knew that Antifa, or as Joe Biden calls them, an idea, being allowed to destroy a city, would destroy a city. We knew pushing the defunding of police and branding them psychopaths would weaken the forces and lead to emboldened criminals and minority victims. They bear the brunt of this. You didn't have to be Miss Cleo to see this coming. I wonder what the angry white male has to say.